Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a video just to compare both of my pumps. I use the Medela Pump and Style Advanced, and then I also use the Spectra S2. So I just want to kind of show you guys or tell you guys about the differences between the two pumps. Maybe you're pregnant and looking into a pump for the very first time, or if you're currently pumping and using one or the other and thinking about switching to the other one. I will just kind of tell you guys the difference between each one and what I think about each one. So I'm going to start with the Medela. So again, this is the Medela Pump and Style Advanced. Don't judge you guys, there's some milk on the bag. It's a messy job pumping. Milk gets everywhere. So this is what the actual pump looks like. My pump comes in a bag, which is right away a huge plus. They don't always come in a bag. It just depends which one you guys order or buy. So another huge pro with this pump is it's really little. So, if you don't get it in the bag, it's obviously just going to be the little pump itself. And you guys, it's super small. I mean, it's smaller than my hand, which is great. So you can basically bring the pump anywhere. So, with the pump, you can either pump on both boobs at one time. Otherwise, if you're nursing and want to pump on the other one, you can actually plug one side and just do, one-sided pumping. With this pump, there is also different settings. So you can change basically the speed of the pump and then also how fast it suctions, which is awesome. This pump, it obviously, there's two options. You can either plug it in, which is what I do. Otherwise, it does come with a spot for a battery. So if you guys are going to be pumping on the go, if you're going to pump in the car on the way to work or pump in an airplane or, whatever the case may be, this one you can take on the go. You can put batteries in it and use it that way. Obviously, like I said, I just use the plug-in, but either one works. So I am an exclusive pumper. This pump works great for that. When I first had my child, I would pump every 2 hours, like 20 minutes at a time. And this pump held up great. That was with my first child. So now I'm on my second kid and this pump is still working awesome. So this pump is amazing. Another good thing about this pump is it's really easy to find replacement pieces. So you can find these at Target, Walmart, Babies R Us, basically Amazon, wherever pump pieces are sold. You can find these parts and they're not, badly priced either, which is awesome. So all in all, this pump has a lot of pros. Some of the cons that I can think of offhand would be that this pump is kind of loud, which, I mean, if you're pumping watching TV, you can still hear the TV. It's not anything that's too crazy, but it is pretty loud, just to warn you guys. Another thing is this pump doesn't suction quite like the same suctioning of a baby. This pump is kind of like, or, depending on the speed, whatever. If you pump, you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, you'll know soon. So that's one downfall of this pump. But otherwise, I mean, it is a good pump. Don't get me wrong. I'm trying to think if I left anything out. I don't think so. You guys, this pump is really good. I would say between, on a scale of 0 to 10, I would probably give this pump a 7. It's a very good pump. It's, I guess it's lasted me 3.5 years so far. Obviously, I didn't pump that whole time, but so this one is good. I would give this one a 7. As far as my Spectra S2, this is the S2. This one's the pink one. There is also the S1, which is blue. So just so you're aware, there are two different options for the Spectra. Right away, you can tell the Spectra is a lot bigger than the Medela. And of course, the Spectra does not have an option of coming with a bag, but that's okay because the Spectra has a handle. So that comes in handy, you guys. The handle is really nice, even though it has kind of a bigger size. It's still not overly heavy, which is good. This pump also has like a little cup holder right here, which I've never actually had to use. I don't know if maybe you're pumping on one side and then, go to the other and put the bottle on. I don't know why you'd use this, I guess, but it's there in case you want to, I don't know, stick your Diet Coke in it or whatever too, I guess. This one, again, you can pump either with both sides or you can stick the little plug in here and pump just with one side while you're nursing. So that's good. This one, again, has different settings as far as speed, suction. This pump actually suctions more like an actual baby. So instead of that one, how it goes, this one's more like, or whatever the noise is. So this one is a lot more like an actual baby. Another thing with this one is it has a night light on it. And the light's actually right here in the handle. So when you're pumping at night, you can either do like the low setting or the high setting for the light, which is really nice because this one also has a timer on it. The Medela does not. So this one is amazing since it has the timer and the night light. So at night, you don't have to use your phone if you don't want to. This one comes in handy with the Medela. I obviously have to use my phone for one to set, you know, obviously the level or whatever so I can see what I'm doing, but then also to keep track of the time. So keep that in mind. You know, if you're going to be pumping at night, this one is a little bit better for that. One downfall of this pump is that it does not have a spot for a battery. So you have to plug this pump in. So you cannot use it on the go. If you're gonna pump on the way to work or something, this one will not work for that. So keep that in mind. This pump is also quieter, which is good. I mean, it's not a huge difference, but it's quieter, we'll just say that. So that's definitely a plus. Trying to think if there's anything else, you guys. I would say the biggest downfall to this one is definitely that it's bigger. So if you need a smaller pump, if you're going to be putting it in your purse or I don't know, whatever you want to do with it, the Medela is obviously a lot smaller than that. Another downfall with this one would be it's not as easy to find the replacement pieces. I don't believe that you can buy them at Target or at Walmart or Babies R Us. You can probably find them like on Amazon or the Spectra website. So keep that in mind. But of course, then you can't just go out and buy a part that day if you break something or lose something. So that's kind of a bummer with it. And I think the replacement pieces are also a little bit more expensive for the Spectra. So that's another thing with it. If I were to grade this one on a scale of 0 to 10, I'd probably give this one a 9. I haven't had this one as long, but just because it has the handle and the nightlight and the timer, I like this one a little bit better. And I personally don't, pump while I'm driving or anything like that. So the battery portion of it doesn't even matter to me. But to me, every time you pump, you basically have to time it. That's huge. So having a timer is so convenient, you guys. Seriously, it's so convenient. But yeah, I hope this helped you guys. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. I will put some links below to where you can buy each pump and then also where you can find replacement parts, just so I can let you know for sure, where you can get each one and then also kind of the difference between prices. So keep that in mind. I do believe both of them are covered with insurance. That is one reason I did not get the Spectra S1, which again is the blue one, because that one is not covered. So just so you're aware of that, if you are a first-time mom and you are thinking about getting a pump and you are eligible through insurance. But yeah, I hope this helped.